Hey y'all, back again out here in the Sipsey Wilderness. And by the way, if you expand this video's description, I will share the GPS coordinates. This is kind of off the beaten path. If you want to get here, there's a really convenient trailhead, and I'll link that as well. Kind of got to get off the trail a little bit, but it's a really good camp. The water's down there, plenty of wood. This campsite hadn't been used in probably a few years. But I want to talk about, I want to do a follow-up. This is the Marmot Tungsten 1P, the one-person tent, and you've probably seen my 2P variety. I only use it when I'm going to my wife. This is just a one-person. I'm fat and I'm 6'2", and I can fit in here comfortably. Plenty of elbow room, you know, and it's nice having the smaller space because, especially when it's cold out. It's not cold tonight, but when it's cold, you've got less airspace, so it's easier to stay warm than in a 2P tent with one person. And that's something you may want to consider, you know, if you're like, well, you know, I'm kind of a bigger guy, you know, maybe I should get the 2P. The 2P is great. It's not much heavier than this, and it doesn't take a lot more space in your pack. But again, you've got more airspace, you do have more weight, and there is more volume, so you are reducing the amount of luxury items that you can carry backpacking with you. So for that reason, unless you're super tall, I would suggest the Marmot Tungsten 1P. Now they do have an ultralight variety, and I wouldn't suggest that just because you shave a little bit of weight, but with the less weight, you reduce the quality of the material. So it's going to be more susceptible to tears. If you're out in the backcountry for multiple nights, inevitably, you know, sticks may fall. You may, you know, over time, these things, even if you take great care of them, they're going to wear out. I've used this tent so far for probably, I would say, over a dozen camps, and it's been great. The ease of pitching it, you know, check out my video. I've got several videos where I pitch it. Super easy to set up. It's got this rainfly, which I put on tonight because it is going to rain, and in the night, it's got all these little glowing parts. So if you shine your headlamp on it, you can see the tent. And actually, I was in the Smoky Mountains, and it was about 1:30 in the morning. And it wasn't this tent, it was a 2P version. Pitches the same way. That's another advantage. If you know how to pitch one, you can pitch the other. But people came through our campsite at night. They were getting off the Appalachian Trail, trying to find a place to camp. And you could hear them say, hey, there's people camping there. And the reason they knew that is that their headlamps were hitting the reflected pieces, and they could see our tent. It was very foggy up there. We were at about 5,000 feet. And because of all the trees, it creates a fog, and that's why they call it the Smoky Mountains. So this tent, I would highly recommend. I would definitely buy it again without hesitation. I have no desire to upgrade. It's the perfect size for me. You know, the durability is good, but it's not too big and it's not too heavy, and it's easy to pitch and to pack up. It comes with a footprint. You may not think a footprint's necessary. I know a lot of minimalist backpackers, you're like, man, why are you packing a footprint? You know, it's just extra weight and volume. Well, the reality is it better protects the underbelly of your tent. And when you're rolling around in there, if you inadvertently have something in your pocket, you know, that's something that could snag the bottom, and then you're gonna put a rip in it. And if you ripped your tent, you know, it's not gonna do as good of a job of keeping the bugs out and of course the water out. But yeah, just a very comfortable tent for a small tent. And you can see it's got this piece here you can pop up, and that just helps with condensation, because when you're breathing inside a tent, it's going to create moisture. This helps some of that moisture get out, but it doesn't let the rain get in. And it's got on this side, it's got a piece where you can pull it out. I've got the string that came with it, the paracord type material, staked it out. If it does rain, it makes the rain fall off of the tent. So just a very well designed piece of equipment, and it's easy to pitch. Everything's color coded, and I haven't had any problems. The zippers, very high quality. You haven't had a situation where they snag. It's got one door. Now the 2P version, it has two doors, and that's nice. You know, you're backpacking with you're backpacking with your wife or backpacking with a girlfriend or whatever. You know, they can get out on the other side, you get out on your side, you don't have to crawl over each other. But for one person, all you need is one door. So it's very well designed. Fast drying as well. What I always like to do when I get up in the morning is drape my tent in the trees so that it can kind of air dry and drip. You never want to pack a tent wet because it'll mildew. Not only will it stink, but it'll degrade the quality of the materials if you pack it wet. So if you have to pack wet, as soon as you can get back to a place to unpack it, let it air dry. You know, take care of your equipment, man. So many people don't realize that, and it's super important. But nothing negative that I would say about this. Even in moderate wind, it's handled itself well. In the rain, I've never gotten wet, and it's comfortable and easy to pitch. And I don't know, tell me what you think within the comment section below. And be sure to subscribe and check out all my backcountry videos. Y'all have a good day. Hey y'all, Captain Irix Guy here. I hope y'all enjoyed this video. If you did, please be sure to subscribe. It's youtube.com/Irix Guy. And ring that bell icon when you do to be notified whenever I post another video. Thanks for your viewership, and y'all have a good day.